no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level gaming. Second level.
Ow, I hit my nose on the thing.
All right, so for your PlayStation games this week, it's PlayStation Plus month, which means you get your 2 free titles for PS4 from the PS Plus membership. And those games this week are Drawn to Death and Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Drawn to Death is something that is actually brand new as well as being free. It's something they've worked on for a little while. I was invited to the beta a little while ago. It's kind of a third-person online shooter in a sketch style, if you imagine it like a kid's school book sketch. It's not terrible. I didn't have the best time with the beta, mostly because it's not my style of game. However, it is well put together, I will say that. And that's free, so it just came out today, and it's free. Hard to complain. On top of that, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Now, I've not played this, but you have seen it, right?
I'm trying to get your link to work here. I've watched the Game Grumps play it, and it was weird. It was one of those games like when I first looked at it and the art, it ended up not being what I thought it was going to be. I expected like a platformer jumping around, which it's like a puzzle maze, but it's a teamwork based game, which I think we really need to play it because it'd be funny having us. So one of the things that happens is you have one person steering a ship, and you got to go through these different areas, and then there's another person that runs around is either doing a shield or guns, and you have, I believe, up to 4 people total on the ship. So based on what the puzzle is or where people are attacking you from, you got to work together. Like, I'm going to move this way, or maybe at one point nobody's moving the ship. One person's doing shield, one person's shooting. Like it's gonna make us yell at each other, which is why I want to play it.
Are we not playing at the end of this edition of Bargain Basement?
I know. Wait, we are.
Yeah,
we decided that. Sorry.
Awesome. Stick around for Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time.
Totally forgot we were playing it
with Keegan and Tom. And then there was another free game that came out that's not a part of the PS Plus sale. It's called APB Reloaded. APB stands for All Points Bulletin, which is
that's a police term.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
All Points Bulletin. It means basically that means everybody's on alert.
Oh, okay.
That's everybody. Hey, O.J. Simpson murdered somebody. Everybody, we're on the lookout for O.J. Simpson. APB for O.J.
Oh, I've heard the term. I put out an APB on this guy, but I didn't know it stood for All Points Bulletin.
Yep.
Interesting. There you go. I learned something today.
I learned police words.
And APB Reloaded is an online crime game where I believe you have the option of choosing criminal and or like law enforcer. I'm not positive on that note. We did briefly go over it this morning, but essentially what it looks like is a kind of a slightly less graphical prowess version of a GTA style game where there's just, you're in a city, a sandbox style city. It's full of crime, lots of bank robberies and drive-bys and, yada, yada. But it is on an online sandbox and it's free. So it looks like, for those of you that like the free-to-play games or the freemium games, it might be worth jumping in or at least checking it out. Like I said, it's free. Hard to argue.
Why not?
If you have the hardware space.
Worst case scenario is you delete it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you may as well get it while it's here, but I mean,
that's
it could turn out to be great. There were a couple of those free.
I've had a few of those games that I've picked up, and I was like, there's been a few times where you're like, oh, that was.
So on top of that, we have a Grand Theft Auto sale, which I feel they go on sale quite a lot. But this is the question is how much longer with Red Dead coming out? How much longer is Grand Theft Auto going to be supported? Right.
I think this might be their last ditch of trying to get the. Because let's be honest, at this point, a lot of people have bought it. How many people are left that haven't?
Yeah.
So
I can understand that, yeah. I mean, it's not a huge sale, but it's not terrible. So GTA 5, if you've been hanging around waiting for GTA 5 to drop in price, now's your day. It dropped 50% from $60 down to $30. The old 3 games, and by old 3, I obviously mean Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. They are down to $9.98 each, or you can buy the whole trilogy for $21, and that's down from $35. And then there is 50% off and 55% off different bundles of Shark Cash. Do you know what Shark Cash is?
That's the in-game currency.
Right.
So you get the basically you pay for a Shark card. They give you then in exchange an X amount of money for it. And the most expensive one is $100, gives you 8.5 million.
And you highly recommend the online GTA.
I love the online. I've not touched single player in GTA.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm obviously the opposite.
I literally touch it so I get to online.
But yeah, the online for GTA 5, if you decide to pick it up for $30, you can also get a cheap bundle on some of the in-game cash for that. If you're a, buy cash in a game kind of guy.
Which,
or girl.
I'm not going to lie, I've probably spent way more money in GTA than I care to admit. I have a lot of.
I've only ever spent.
I no joke. I probably spent over $300 in that game.
Yeah.
Because you know me. I'm a fucking collector. I got to have the best. I had to have the Office paid off. Part of it's because we stream it. That was a stream game there for a little while, and I played the crap out of it with everybody. But part of it is I wanted to do the DLC when it came out, so it's like, fuck, I don't have money. Let's just buy it and get it, which is what Rockstar knows people are going to do.
Yeah.
So, but
I mean, it's a solid game. They supported it really well post-launch. They haven't really added anything to the single player, but the multiplayer has been consistently looked after. So, and like you said, with Red Dead 2 around the way, that's, or I guess it's Red Dead 3 technically.
it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, true. So yeah, and then all the DLC. So in that short cash stuff is on bundle as well. Alongside that, you have
which I like as somebody who plays the game. Like, obviously I'm not gonna buy the game, but those shark cards on sale. Fun fact though, if anybody wants to look for a current, like, always on sale shark card, go to eBay of all places. Make sure it's some sort of decent rated person, or GameFlip. And if we want to, we can put our code down.
GameFlip is pretty heavy with that stuff.
We can put our code down there and support us. But GameFlip is a good one.
Sweet. And then we have Watch Dogs 2 hit a sale as well. Now, at time of us going through the store, it was kind of on the tail end of updating, so I didn't see the standard edition version of Watch Dogs 2 in there. I'm pretty sure it's probably there by now, and it could have just been delayed, but the ones that were on there were Watch Dogs 2 Gold for $60, that's down from $100, and the Deluxe Edition, that's $35, down from $70. The Season Pass is from $40 all the way down to $25.20 if you fancy getting the Season Pass. And all the DLC is on sale too, so that's all the clothing packs and all that kind of fun stuff. So Watch Dogs 2 got a big boost, and honestly, again, we talk about this quite often, but of all the games that has surprised me the most in terms of it should suck, but it actually doesn't anymore, Watch Dogs 2 is definitely in that list. I mean, I talked to another friend of ours the other day about it, and we were talking about how we were both expecting it to be very disappointing, and we both turned out to really enjoy it. So Watch Dogs 2, check it out.
I don't see Watch Dogs 2 standard on here.
Yeah, maybe it's not in the sale.
Yeah, it may not be. Because I mean, I was just double checking because
maybe the deluxe is technically like a standard version. Maybe they never did.
Maybe, who knows?
Whatever. So the other couple things that are worthy of mention in the sale section are Armagallant, Desk of Destiny, or Deck of Destiny.
It is not on sale. Confirmed.
Huh?
Not on sale.
Oh, thank you. So Deck of Destiny Armagallant is basically described as Hearthstone meets Warcraft. So as you know,
which is weird. I always think it's weird to have a card game on PS4.
It's not a card game though. It's kind of a card game. I mean, if you look at Hearthstone is a card game from Warcraft, which is interesting in itself. Yeah. But what they're saying is that it's a card game, but it shows you like actual fighting on screen, and I think you have the ability to partake in some of that. So it's kind of it's at very least worth looking at the trailer. And if you're a fan of fighting games, card games, Warcraft style games, you'll probably enjoy it. That's 15 down from 20. One of the more interesting ones that we came across was Crazy Strike Bowling X, which is a Japanese game, and I don't need to say any more about that. That it's $13 down to $6.50, and it looks amazing. And I think I'm going to pick it up because it looks
you like
great.
Japanese games?
It's just a crazy ass bowling game done in Japan. Needless to say, I shouldn't have to say anymore. Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale, the pre-order is still on sale at $16 from $20. So if you're into getting the season pass for Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale, now's the time. Yeah, so that is a little bit of the sale stuff going on. What I did want to talk about, though, is the fact that occasionally we hold little giveaways and things like that. But I wanted to drop something in here just kind of out of the blue for the first person that just so happens to come by this video. And that thing is G667CQJND8KJA.
Don't repeat it. Let them rewind it if they didn't hear it.
Oh, yeah. You got to listen in tight to gab it. But yeah. I'm just telling you that. That's all I want to leave you with.
It's cryptic code.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
So let's move on to the new releases.
Ain't no game